people starting out in cosplay?
Tips and tricks. I always usually answer this question the same way. Just have fun. I know it's not really like helpful advice, but a lot of people take cosplay really seriously. I know when we first started out, we were kind of like that. It was just like, oh my god, we have to be perfect and we have to be like the best ever. But it ruined cosplay for us. It was just like it wasn't fun, and we were stressed out. So, you know, don't let the drama and all that get to you. Just have fun and goof off.
Well, I mean, with cosplay, no one can ever be the best.
Yeah.
I mean, it's art. It's all about perception, right? I mean, like this argument always comes up, and I've always found it really stupid because people will, you know, be like, oh, you know, that's Zelda. I'm like, you're not a full cosplayer right now, so you're a bad example.
I'm the best Zelda ever. What are you talking about?
You're like that Link, you know, like my costume sucks. That's that point. That Link has, you know, their gloves are too short or something. It's just tiny little details, and of course, then they look at like the person who's saying it, their costume, and it's like see the tiny little details that are missing in their costume. So I mean, it's all about perception, and because it's art, right? I mean, everyone likes different kinds of art and music as well. Everyone likes different types of music. So I mean, just don't worry about being the best, because A, you never will be, because that's possible, and B, even if you are, loads of people will disagree. And I mean, generally, just try to get someone to teach you basic sewing. Just how do I sew a pair of pants? How do I sew a shirt? That's all I know how to sew, and that gets me through everything. You just alter things. I don't even use patterns. You just, I mean, you don't even have to take lessons. Just get somebody to teach you the basics, and you can just go from there. And it takes a while. There's a huge learning curve, but just the basics. Also, make sure you order your wig ahead of time.
Even over a month.
Yeah.
I ordered my wigs for Fanime, like I think it was 2 months in advance, and I didn't get them. So, yeah. So I had to go out and buy like $60, $70 wigs the day before we left, and yeah, it was pretty annoying.
And if you're buying, I'll go over, there's another panel where I go over this in more detail. If you're buying your cosplays online, which is totally cool, make sure that the buyer you're buying from is one that comes with some sort of either recommendation or some sort of, like, just make sure that they're legit. Because I've seen people... Check the feedback. Because I've seen people get costumes that are just like, honest to God, falling apart at the seams. Or like the Link hat is like this little like gnome hat. So, I mean, you just never know what you're going to get, so just make sure you do your research.
How long do you usually take to edit videos?
A couple of hours at most. Yeah, it depends on the complexity of the skit or the CMV, but I'm pretty sure all of my CMVs have taken a couple of hours at most to edit.
And skits take like several minutes.
It's just like put in a transition. Yeah. We don't do a lot of really complicated stuff. Oh, you know. So I know a lot of people like Jen from Parlay. Their videos are like really edited, and I know it takes them quite some time, like a couple of days to do it. But I just don't have the patience to do that. So.
Anyone who's new to anime and like manga, what ones would you recommend for them to start reading and watching?
Full Metal Panic. Full Metal Panic. It is the best anime series I've ever seen in my life. Aside from that, a lot of the quote-unquote fandom ones, just watch a few episodes, you don't like it. But, whenever I see something pop up and it's popular, I always try to give it a try just to see what everyone's on about, because you're going to be hearing a lot of it. Walking around cons, people are going to expect you to know what's going on. So, yeah, and also manga, you asked?
Sorry? Yeah.
Manga? There's a good manga. Skip Beat's really good.
I don't know.
Me neither. Okay.
recommendations for me. Well, I love Sailor Moon. The Japanese only, the dub.
That's so funny.
Okay, yeah. Watch the dub after the Japanese because it's a completely different show. And I really like Code Geass. And manga, High School Debut is a good one. Fullmetal Alchemist is amazing. And I don't know, I think that's my top ones.
I'm really picky about Oran High School Blues Club. Thank you for reminding me directly. That is, to this day, still one of the animes that I've watched fastest and in full. If I get frustrated watching something, I will skip through the boring parts. Naruto, I skipped a lot of Naruto. There's a whole middle chunk in there where I have no idea what went on. I can't do it.
And what's the favourite cosplay you've done and why is it your favourite?
Favorite cosplay? I hate this question. Okay, I'm gonna probably name a few because I just honestly can't decide. I love being Sora from Kingdom Hearts because I can just be bouncy and have fun. And yeah, I don't drink coffee because I actually am not supposed to for health reasons. But I had my first cup of coffee like in a year maybe. When we were at a convention because we stayed up really late and I was dressed as Sora and I really don't remember that day. I was so wired. Apparently I at one point was on the floor and okay, I was rolling around, I don't remember that. But I was grabbing his leg, he was dressed as Riku and I was just like shaking on his leg. So yeah, Sora is really fun for me to be. And I really like dressing up as the Sailor Scouts because I mean I love that series. So like Sailor Moon, Sailor Mars, Venus, and Neptune are the ones I've done. And is that it? I don't know. Oh yeah, Yuna. Yuna was what I consider my first real cosplay because I don't like counting Kagome. No, it was so bad. But yeah, so I really like dressing as Yuna and I plan to cosplay her a lot more.
And I really like the Final Fantasy outfits, so Tidus is probably up there. I don't have a special attachment to the character. However, it's just, I really like the look of Final Fantasy outfits. And, I mean, Tidus is one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters. I'd also say Sora as well. I don't have a Sora costume, it's her costume, but I really enjoyed wearing it. I mean, Link has been one of my favorite characters, but I can't say it's my favorite costume, simply because I'm not remotely happy with it right now. I still need to build on it. Naruto as well, because it's the only costume that I look at and I say that I'm 100% accurate, or no, I'm 100% accurate. I'm 100% happy with how that costume is right now. It's my only quote-unquote completed cosplay because I don't think there's anything else I can, with my skill level, do to it. So for that reason I like it. What else have I even done? Howl I like, I haven't done that one yet, so maybe I don't like it. But I like it simply because when I was making it, I tried out some new techniques, and I went sort of outside my usual, cut out fabric and glue it on something motif of doing things. What else have I even done? Black Star, because I don't like cosplay Black Star. I did, however, like the wig because it was invincible. I'm sad I had to sell that. Well, I didn't have to sell that wig, but I did sell that wig. And I wanted to take it to an amusement park and try to kill it because that wig was invincible. I like cosplays for parts of them that I'm really proud of or I find funny. Although right now, I'd say my all-time favorite cosplay right now that I'm happy with is Peter Pan. However, I'm still not happy with it.